Isn't it fascinating how everybody in crypto says the same thing? We want to be early. Yes, that is the most applicable product to cryptocurrency and everybody participating. I know it, you know it, we all know it. Everyone wants to be early. You know, it's funny. I've never once heard somebody say, I want to be late. But how do markets move, friends? We know for a fact that only a certain number of people can be early. They set the trend. Everybody else comes in the middle. And then the bulk of people come at the end. And they all believe they're early, no matter where you are. Oh, we're just so early. Oh my gosh, we're just so early. That's what's going to be the bull market mantra, the war cry that you're going to be seeing people say at the top. And I even have a cute message here to show you. Firstly, I support the current friend, and that's you. Yes, of course, because I appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, I mean, I always take some time to think about this. Whenever I show people a chart, there's always something to complain about. I don't take it too seriously, friends, because I know, I mean, like in Australia, it's very funny that the politicians, friends, they know the easiest way to basically get kicked out of power is to be basically dismissive of all Australians, no matter how wealthy they are. So in Australia, we use the word battler, you know, like battler if you're in America, like to somebody who's battling or like, just doing it tough. In Australia, friends, we have one of the healthiest middle classes in literally the world. And all our wealth is basically pretty much put in houses. Okay, now it's one of the biggest Ponzi's of all time, but it is what it is. Also interesting, the house price to gold ratio has been going sideways for like 30, 40, 50 years. Pretty much Australians store the excess money printing currency supply. They store it in houses a lot more than everywhere else in the rest of the world. You know, in the rest of the world, you guys actually buy stocks. You guys buy gold itself. You buy other things. In Australia, they just dunk it all into property and real estate. Okay, now, it's all about being early, right? But with being early, not everyone can be early. We know that. And I always take time to sit back and wonder, why do people always complain no matter what they're presented with? And it's because, friends, everyone wants a reason to basically jump all in. That's what it comes down to. In Australia, like I said, I was talking about the politicians, right? They always got to call everybody a battler. They go, oh, they're doing it tough. You know, these people are doing it tough. And in Australia, it doesn't matter how much money you earn, you're never well off, ever. Now, I don't know why. And in Australia, politicians, the way they talk like that, it's a bit of a joke when you think about it. Like, what do you mean, man? What do you mean battler? We're not a battler. You know what I mean? We have healthy middle class, pretty rich as a country. We're isolated from the rest of the world. We sell dirt in the ground and people pay a lot of money for it just to get it exported out of this country. What are you talking about? But as I got older, I just get to see that this is just a part of humanity. We always want to feel like, we're battling. So what does battling mean? It means like, we're on the journey. We're on the journey. We're not there yet. It's kind of like because people are a bit too afraid of being told, like, you know what? You should be happier. You should. You got everything in the world going for you right now. You should be the happiest person on this planet. And I think it's very confronting for people because they realize, oh, wait a minute. I'm not that happy. This rat race sucks. That's actually the most confronting thing of all, when people realize that they're running a rat race and they're not getting ahead, okay? And it's the same thing happens in crypto. In crypto, it's the same thing. Everyone thinks we're always on that journey, number one. Number two, you're showing them this meme coin or this altcoin or anything, and there's always something to complain about. It's either too big or it's too small or there's something wrong. It is what it is. Now, here's the thing. I've realized why people say that. And they say that because they have not been sold on a narrative. You don't sell people, this is crypto, this is everything, friends. Every luxury item, you know, Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, whatever it is, any of these car brands, no matter what they're selling, friends, anything, any item that you sell, you're not actually meant to sell the utility. You got to sell the story. That's what makes it unique. That's where you can paint something new, right? So that's why to tell someone, hey, this coin's cheap, it's going up. Here's the thing, friends. I look at stuff like that. Maybe you look at stuff like that, but we know most people don't. Most people, that's not enough for them because they're walking into an ice cream store, they're seeing 50,000 flavors. They don't know which one to pick. They want to be told, hey, this thing, not only is it going up, okay, that's not enough, friends. You say, this thing. It has a community takeover. It started from here. It's on its way up here. It's going to capture the imagination of the rest of the crypto industry. Look how thin the offers are. Look at the comparables. Look what it's liquidity bonded to. You're starting to form these stories. Look at the number of holders. It's growing every day. 10 people, 50 people, 100 people, 1,000 people. Look at the Telegram. It's not even up to 300 people yet. One day it's going to be 500, 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 people in the Telegram. Bitcoin's going to be $100,000, $200,000 one day. People are going to be FOMOing, frothing in to buy this. Look at the memes. Look at the culture. Look at the fan pages. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% days are coming. That is basically what I just went with you there, that journey. That's what everyone wants in crypto. That is actually the pump. And that's ultimately what everyone's coming for, right? That's why I say, isn't it fascinating, friends, that everyone complains that they want to be early? You show them these small market cap coins and they say, liquidity is too small or too thick, whatever it is, okay? So there's always a state of cope. And if you speak to those people, see, friends, if you just go off these basic metrics, see, you and I are filtering out coins like that, right? We're looking at that. Because we're like, the story, you can always you can rewrite the story, okay? But the technicals, in terms of like the characteristics, the size and number of holders, you can't just rewrite them. It's just a snapshot into how expensive or cheap something is. But not everybody in the market is actually filtering stuff out like that. They're actually always saying to themselves, what's the use case? What's the coin used for? Always that. That's the bid curve trap, right? That's funny. I'll even ask that question. When people say, what's the coin used for? It's because they haven't heard the story yet. That's pretty much it. What's the coin used for? Like if you say Bitcoin, what's it used for? Everyone just says, I don't know, store of value. You know what store of value means? It means just don't sell. Okay, that's it. Just don't sell. Everything is a store of value, technically, right? My squeaky chair is a store of value. It's fascinating, right? Now, the crypto use cases, though, that everybody wants to seek, friends, it's actually very limited. So we are on our journey together to basically discover this world, friends, of crypto use cases. And it really is like just a Pokemon journey, friends. You're going around, you're collecting these digital Pokemons, crypto Pokemons, sometimes actually, named after a Pokemon here and there. That's pretty much what you're doing. And don't confuse it. It's just narratives, man. That's it. Each Pokemon's got its own little story. Friends, if you play Pokemon, each little one has its own like cute little summary of like where it lives in the world. This one comes from a volcano, or this one's shaped like a magnet. It lives in an electrical power station, right? Or this is Rattata. You're just like a little low-level rat in the tall grass. That's it. Okay, but we can actually write them down and actually show them for you, okay? The crypto use cases, friends, are actually very limited. Look at this. You have Bitcoin, stable coins, layer 1 smart contract platforms like Ethereum, and some DeFi. So just to let you know, right? Use cases and holding value of a token, they are miles apart, okay? Unfortunately, see, what we thought in crypto when we made these like use cases is we thought that if the use case is good, the value will gravitate around it. People will hold it. Unfortunately, it hasn't gone to plan. Unfortunately, the boom and bust cycles have been vicious for a lot of crypto coins. And, you have use cases of a protocol that everybody uses. And even though it gets more followers, more users, more people adopting it, the governance token of it to control the protocol, no one gives a shit about it. No one cares, which is sad. It really is sad because that was meant to be the golden goose. That was meant to relate crypto to basically the DeFi, the TradFi world, the bug eaters over there, the bug worshippers on Wall Street. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. Retail is a spear. Retail don't care about that, friends. So actually, the truth is, right, most coins, they don't actually do anything except enrich founders. That's it. They enrich founders. Now, you and me are sitting here in the trenches. What other use case do we have for coins? Crypto, friends, look, you remember I told you everybody believes, we're just doing it tough. We're doing it tough. We're on a battle. Yeah, I even played for you, friends, that little Pokemon journey music. That's from Route 24. Yeah, look, everyone's always on a journey. Every crypto, it's always on its journey, okay? It's on its journey to find a use case, grow more users. It's always working towards something, some greater goal. Now, some people will find it controversial because, say, Vitalik, He hates if the greater goal is financialization itself. He actually used a vomit emoji to describe it. He says he would rather the final goal be like charity or an ode of awareness, where he's like, can you build, like, I don't know, build a statue or donate to charity, just do something with the money, even he likes governance tokens, where just, can you contribute something to the world besides just to make money? Well, look, man, it's a tough game, friends, because, okay, look, if you attach your greater cause use case to the token, unfortunately, we have thousands of examples showing that it's a waste of time. It is a waste of time. They all go to zero. Retail loses. The insiders dump all the tokens. The VCs who were in early abandon the project in the next bear market. They rinse the treasury dry and they go quit. They're dumping on every unlock. Okay. Now, here's the thing. If you remove all the utility, you actually have meme coins. That's what you get when you have meme coins. You fly higher, but you're basically saying, well, we're just bull market speculation vehicles. Some people can't handle that world. They don't like what that world looks like. But friends, this world, if you look at the world through that similar lens, you'll come to the same conclusions. Like I told you, man, the internet, 33% of the internet is just straight people watching premarital fornication. People combine genitals on the internet. That's it. One genital and another genital, they're just combining them. There you go. Okay, that's a lot. 1/3 of the internet, man, that's a lot. You also got to think about, what do most people spend their day doing? Just useless stuff. Sending emojis, wiping their bum on the dunny, having a shower, like peeling back bananas, sitting down, scratching their ass. How much of it is actually productive? Maybe 2 to 3 hours. Do the ratio on that, though. Do 3 hours out of 24 in the day. That's shocking. That's shocking. If it's like 10 to 15% of your days actually like, wow, pushing forward. That's crazy. So literally 90% of everything just like a waste or entertainment or just other stuff just to keep the lights on, right? That's crazy, right? So it's almost like in crypto. In crypto, yeah, 95% of coins are just there to be there. And then 5%, right? It's not even 5%, more like 0.1%. They're like, oh, you have a use case, right? Oh, you're a stable coin. Okay, but we're all here to be a bull market speculation vehicle, friends. It's almost like, what are you doing with your life every day? You can ask that question. Okay, well, you just want to live life to the fullest. But what does live life to the fullest mean? For one person, live life to the fullest is, I'm going to go on Kontiki tour. I'm going to go on a bus full of dudes and, we're going to have fun. Okay. That's one person's live life for the fullest example. Another person's live life to the fullest example is they want to go live out in the wilderness, make a farm, have some chickens, some horses, and just basically, I don't know, live by themselves. That's other people, Some people just want to play like games, PlayStation games, maybe like 18 hours a day and achieving every trophy. Some people want to be the best of their sport. Some people just want to drink wine all day, okay? Everybody has something different. But you also have some people go, live life to the fullest. I would like to find the cure for cancer. I would like to help heart disease, So the market is choosing what it does, right? We do this every day in the world. It's just that we don't have a price chart on people's behavior in the real world. If we had a price chart, you would see the same thing. Imagine you could bet on people being productive for the day. Imagine, friends, every single person walked around in society or even in a company and you could see a graph of their productivity for the day. And you just see they're literally just wastes of meat. That's it. They just have this little spike for 2 hours of the day and then they're going back to being useless. It's crazy, right? Well, here's the thing. In crypto, we do have charts for everything. We do. And people don't like what they see. Everyone just calls us gamblers, Well, it's funny. If we put a chart or some sort of like value indicator on humans, you would say, oh, wow, most people are actually useless. Most people are totally lazy. They are over entitled. They don't deserve anything. You'd probably come to that conclusion, right? But it is what it is. That's just humanity, friends. We're doing the best we can, okay? But when people have that lens and look into crypto, it's the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. So now we get to see, right? We all seek bull market speculation vehicles, okay? Look, Mr. Charles Edwards even said, is anyone actually using crypto this cycle? Be honest. This thread's gone straight away. He goes, it seems like the only active uses in 2024 are Bitcoin holding and meme coin gambling. Now, it's funny, right? He's probably a BTC Maxi. He goes, one of the uses is Bitcoin hodling. Yeah, bro, that's because Bitcoin's price had been going up, okay? I bet if you rewrite that thread and Bitcoin's been going nowhere or Bitcoin dominance has been crashing into oblivion, you won't even include Bitcoin hodling as a use case. You'll just say, oh, meme coin gambling. Or he's probably just looking at the past 15 years. He's like, oh, Bitcoin is an actual unicorn. Here's its use case, right? He also mentions here, right? DeFi, dead. NFTs, dead. Cross-chain, layer 2s, dead. Gaming, dead. Farming, dead. ICOs, dead. NFTs, dead. Supply chain, dead. Supply chain. That was V-chain stuff, right? Oh, man. This crypto cycle, he goes on to say, has been the least promising cycle for crypto development since Ethereum launched in 2015. Yeah, it's true. We went through this, friends. That's why most people are in disbelief. When I said, your friend saw me epiphany to show you, I'm like saying, well, remember, friends, 2 years ago, I said we were waiting for the tech unicorn of this cycle. Well, that's bad news. Well, the good news is we found it. The bad news is you're not going to like what it is. And it's just meme coin speculation. That's what it is. It's this eureka moment where the market says, well, we want to distribute tokens and we want to stamp ourselves on the blockchain. And we are... Just think about this, by the way. It makes sense because only like 3% of the industry can actually code. So what are the other 97% doing, right? Are 97% of people expected to buy tokens from people who can code? No, because there's 97% of us. We just decided to take stuff into our own hands. And we do use blue chip unicorn technology. Meme coins and altcoins, right? I guess meme coins, right? Everything's a meme. Bitcoin scarcity, Ethereum, EVM, Uniswap, the DEX. All meme coins have elements from all three. So they have built on all these other technologies. They're standing on these shoulders of these giants. Without these, you'd have no culture, community that you can rally around. See, it's funny because someone could just basically, you're selling tickets to a community. You could just keep minting infinite tickets. There's no value in that. Okay, but with the power of Bitcoin and scarcity, that's what showed us the world that can do that 15 years ago, right? Look what he says. After 15 years, the only high-value products he can see today is Bitcoin, store of value, stable coins, futures arbitrage. So that is, just be careful with that one. I wouldn't even say that one. That's dangerous. You could rehypothecate and blow up to zero there. Okay, futures arbitrage. You're speculating. You're gambling, right? He goes, for this part of the crypto cycle, this is the least active real use case development has been in the ecosystem in my time. Hopefully, we'll see a resurgence later in the year. I can see a strong comeback in NFTs and DeFi. So, interesting, right? He's probably got captured by the last cycle with a lot of you and a lot of me. Yeah, we're like, oh, the DeFi, yeah, this is going to be the yield. Because yield means numbers, and we think that means cash flow. I'm waiting, friends. I'm waiting because I'm just not seeing people get that excited, man. I'm just not. I hope so. I hope so. Really, I believe in real DeFi too, right? He goes, look, I generally think the level of fraud, manipulation, and general pain inflicted on market participants on 2018 and 2022 across non-Bitcoin assets was very damaging. All right, who's actually using a Solana or Ethereum for anything else today, right? So, crickets. Like I said, friends, that's why I am not here to tell you one thing or the other is going to happen. I'm not, friends, okay? But, I want to share with you this comment from Willy Woo, crowd favorite. He goes, if I frame it differently, 1, store of value, Bitcoin being the clear leader. He's talking about the use cases. He goes, number 2, permissionless or less permissioned instant banking, storing and sending value. This includes stablecoins, Ethereum, and any liquid coin liquidity and beyond price manipulation. He also says a third use case you can think about, permissionless finance. That's DeFi, friends. He goes, look at Aave. It has $13 billion in lending, right? He goes, Bitcoin's 15 years old, stablecoins are 11 years old, DeFi 7 years old, right? So he actually has it here. And then he says, roughly it takes around 10 years before the world takes notice. That's crazy, man. We're front running the world by 10 years with this stuff, right? Permissionless finance has yet to pass. I'll call it permissionless finance and not DeFi, as often as it's not really decentralized. It's just more accessible. Interesting, right? Interesting. So here's the thing though, friends. Yeah, they're beautiful use cases, but the tokens associated to them, not so much, right? Interesting. It is very interesting. Where does that leave us? Well, we still have to tap in, lock in, all right? Get in to the mindset of people coming in here. They want bull market speculation vehicles. That's it. Bull market speculation vehicles, but also another way to look at it, friends, if you want a myopic view, the Bitcoin Maxi view is they don't say bull market speculation like that because it implies a cycle. That implies you know what you're doing, right? They will just say it's a byproduct of excessive fiat money printing. That's how the Bitcoin Maxis talk about it. And what they basically mean is they say in their world, they believe everything except Bitcoin's junk, and all the speculation we see, they say because you're not chasing cash flow, why don't you chase cash flow? And the rationale is because cash is useless. Because you don't want cash. Because cash, I mean, the money supply is inflating. You don't want to touch their currency. You just rather hold anything else to gamble. Okay, so it is another interesting way to think about it. Who's going to be right or wrong? Well, here's the thing. I think if you have a portfolio of both as a profit-taking methodology, you know, half Bitcoin, half USD, whatever, have some Ethereum with it as well, you can't go wrong in that view. You really can't go wrong. Take a page out of Anthony Pomp's playbook. He goes, his portfolio is half Bitcoin, half USD. This is back when Bitcoin was 10K. He goes, oh, well, one of the two things is going to happen, right? One's going to pump, one's going to dump. We'll see. So I hope I've opened your mind with how these things play out. Don't get scared when people say, oh, what's the use case? What's the use case? Look, we can evaluate the use cases if they turn off the money printers. If the world goes back to respecting fiat, which they never will. You can't respect fiat. There's too much debt. The Ponzi implodes. Okay, so it's a death spiral. We know it's a death spiral. So it can only go one way, okay? But there will be periods of time where people respect it, like bear markets and stuff, but you get to see what's actually really going on, friends. So not only are we just confirming friendship, but we get to see the truth behind like the patterns of behaviors of how people are participating. Like, why are they doing this? Why are they buying these memes? There's no cash flow. Yeah, man. Why do you want cash in a world that's hyperinflating around you, right? The cash is being printed. Why do you want that? Interesting to think about, right? And it makes sense, right? So now it's fantastic, right? Look at it again. Do meme coiners, do altcoiners look so stupid now when you look at it like that? You know, maybe to a Bitcoiner, yes. But think about everybody else. I don't think they look so stupid now, right? I think the silly willy, the poopy head, I think it's the person who wants cash flow. You want cash. You want the flow of something that's hyperinflating. It's useless. Give me a flow of Bitcoin. Give me a flow of Ethereum. Real yield, if you will. When someone figures that out, they're going to make a lot of money. The thing is, they've already tried some of that stuff right now, and it doesn't go as well as you think, but at least it's a step in the right direction, right? Make sure you like, subscribe, beat about it, and all. Catch you in the next one.